So I'm doing a tarot card reading on Rihanna. I just want to know how she's feeling about Ari Fletcher and that whole situation. Also, how she's feeling about Nicki Minaj. I remember not too long ago they were all together, her and ASAP Rocky. So I'll be using my Modern Witch Tarot deck and my Game of Thrones Tarot deck. So how is Rihanna feeling about this whole Ari Fletcher situation? Let's get Ari out the way first. And her whole DV comments that she was making online. You know, on YouTube, you can't say certain stuff. So, how is Rihanna feeling about Ari Fletcher and those comments? So, I got the Two of Pentacles. Next to that is the Three of Pentacles, both in reverse. The Sun in reverse. Then underneath that Two of Pentacles, the Four of Swords upright. The Knight of Cups upright next to that, under that Three of Pentacles. And the Five of Cups in reverse under that. On the back of the deck, the Judgment card upright. Okay, so I got this Two of Pentacles first, and with me seeing that coming in reverse, when it comes to like a business relationship or dealing more so with money, it means like you come into like ups and downs with your money. So I feel like maybe that's giving me, when this whole situation happened, I remember Rihanna did not immediately take her off of Savage X Fenty, which in a business situation, you do have to like end the contract. So she couldn't just probably do it moments. She probably did have to figure out a way to get out of the contract with her. So I feel like it might have been affecting Fenty. A lot of people were upset about what Ari Fletcher was saying. So I feel like that's what that card is talking about. It was giving her ups and downs. A lot of people felt offended by what Ari said, and the fact that, I think her name is Drea, she had mentioned something very similar to that, speaking on the Megan and Tory situation, and Rihanna snatched that away from her. Then next to that, I got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And when that pops up in reverse, when you're dealing with like a business partner, normally that means like there's some kind of delay or problems occurring with a coworker or a client, something interfering with your success. And I feel like Rihanna felt that Ari was interfering with her success. Like at the end of the day, when stuff like that happens, it does hit your companies. Like there's a TV show called And Just Like That from Sex and the City, and the guy, they killed off somebody and put him on a Peloton bike. As soon as they did that, Peloton stock fell. So certain things that they put out on the internet or people put out definitely will affect your money if you're running a business. And then next in that lineup, I got the Sun card in reverse. Normally when you see this in the tarot deck, it is a positive card, upright and in the reverse. But when it's in reverse and you're talking about like money or working with a business partner or something like that, normally it means you got some attention you didn't deserve. So maybe to me that's more like unwanted attention. Like you got attention, you did get seen, but you may not have wanted to be seen for that. So that's very interesting that came up, dealing with her and Rihanna and their business partnership. Like it's telling me with all three of these cards lined up together is that her working with Ari Fletcher was definitely affecting her money because Ari was getting unwanted attention. That's pretty much what that's saying in a nutshell. Like, she was fully aware of the fact that this is some unwanted attention on her company. It was a lot of unwanted attention. Like, she didn't need all of that extra attention tacked onto her brand. Then I got this Four of Swords upright. When you see this sword, or see this card, swords, like I say, is a mental card. It's kind of like the person is taking a break, a well-deserved break. I feel like maybe Rihanna is like, I'm over this. I feel like maybe that also could mean that she's taking a break from Ari. Like, I don't know if Ari would ever try to work with Fenty again or come out with an apology, but I think she's kind of over the situation. I honestly don't think that it doesn't seem like she has any ill will towards her. It's just, it seems like she was messing with her money a lot. And this card is telling me she's kind of like, I'm over it. You know, like, I need a break from all of this. So let me just get you out of my company and move on with my life, you know? That's pretty much what this card means. Taking some time for yourself, away from that particular person, or from an overwhelming situation, just getting some rest from it. So I feel like her taking Ari off of her brand was a way for her to not have to deal with all the stress that was coming along with the situation that Ari had attacked onto herself and then the Fenty brand. Then next to that Four of Swords and underneath that Three of Pentacles, I have the Knight of Cups. When you have the Knight of Cups come up in something dealing with money, normally it's like you went on a bold venture and it might not have turned out the way you wanted it to. Carelessness with money. Like, the Knight cards are normally on the more immature level or manipulative level. Because it's a cup, I feel like maybe she liked Ari. I don't know if they've ever talked or ever had any conversation, or maybe she just followed her online. Celebrities do stuff like that. Maybe she thought it was a bold venture to kind of bring in the social media influencers, the baby mama influencers, kind of, sort of. I think of her and Jada as like the rappers' baby mamas who became very influential, and they're very beautiful, and, you know, they have a lot of followers. So I think maybe she thought it was a bold move, maybe, to bring her on, and it didn't turn out the way she thought it would. You know, it shows changes in finances. And like I said, just carelessness with money. Pretty much a lot of carelessness with money. So I'm thinking, after seeing that come up underneath the Three of Pentacles, because the Three of Pentacles is also a working together card, how you have three people working together to make money, and it's in reverse. It turned out negatively. She had took a chance on her, and it just didn't turn out the way she thought it would. And it's like affecting her finances. Or it was affecting her finances. And I think that's like, she had to end that relationship. Then last in that lineup, I have the Five of Cups in reverse. When you get the Five of Cups in reverse, that's normally less painful than when you get it upright. When you're thinking about money, it's normally you've endured some kind of loss, but you're recovering from it. It's kind of like you're fine. It's not something you need to worry about. You've got these two cups still standing. So it's not something that you need to really concern yourself with too much. You know, you may have experienced a disappointment. Like, maybe she's kind of disappointed in Ari Fletcher. I would think that Rihanna is kind of involved in certain influencers who become major parts of her website, ambassadorship, as I think it's called. So I feel like, you know, maybe she's a little bit disappointed in Ari. It could be possible. I'm disappointed in her myself. I was like, oh God, come on, man, relax. What are you saying? What? So I guess she was just really disappointed, but she's taking this loss and she's recovering from it fine. Like, she's got her cup still standing. You know, she's good. Especially when I see that coming up underneath the Sun card. Like I said, in reverse, it's not that bad of a card, but it's like things didn't pan out exactly the way you wanted them. You have some kind of unexpected attention placed upon you. You know, some people want attention, but not that kind of attention. So I feel like she's recovering from that attention. So that's good. She's recovering from it. Then we have the Judgment card on the back of the deck. And seeing that upright pretty much lets me know that it's a self-aware situation. Like, it's kind of telling me that Rihanna is pretty much aware of what's going on with Ari, that she knows that people didn't want her to still be an ambassador, that she was probably aware that it was going to affect her money. It indicates you making, like, decisions and possibly a partnership, you know, like you've made choices, and it's gonna impact your career, like, or it might impact someone else's career. Like, you've made choices based off of some kind of judgment, like it's the judgment card, and normally you've got all these people looking to be judged, so it's kind of like Rihanna has now just made a decision. Like, in this reading, it kind of shows her realizing that it's creating a problem with her finances. It was some very much so unwanted attention. And now that she's made that change, she's trying to recover from it. She's come to realize that Ari was not the best decision. And she's fine. She's recouping her losses and she's good to go. So it's pretty much telling me like Rihanna made the decision to just kind of cut ties with her because she could see that there was a problem with it. There's no ill will against Ari in these cards. It seems like because there's some cups coming up that she actually did like Ari. That's why she's disappointed. That's why she's like, maybe I made the wrong decision. But I do see that she actually liked her. It's just, it was messing with her finances. For sure, it was definitely messing with her finances. And she had to cut ties. And she made that decision to cut ties with her in this situation. Now, how does Ari Fletcher feel about Rihanna right now? That's a good question. How's Ari Fletcher feeling about Rihanna after this situation? So I got the 9 of Spears upright, the 8 of Spears in reverse, the Fool in reverse, and the Sun card in reverse on the back of the deck. Okay. So I got the 9 of Spears upright as the first card for Ari. And with me seeing that, it's normally a card of like fulfillment, completion, like you finished a job, you feel like you've grown strength or self-discipline, some kind of skill or wisdom. So I feel like hopefully this is a card indicating that she feels like she's grown from this Rihanna situation. If you're talking about money, like you may have suffered a loss, and now you're in a better position to deal with that, or kind of like the worst is over you're standing your ground, you're going to recover from this, so I feel like Ari feels like she's going to recover from this. Maybe she's learned something from this situation. It does come up in the lineup with Rihanna's cards with the 2 of Pentacles and this 4 of Swords. Like, Rihanna has taken a break from this situation, and maybe Ari has learned from this situation because it has affected her money as well as Rihanna's a little bit there. Okay, then I got this 8 of Spears in reverse. When you see that come up in reverse, it's normally like an unexpected change that kind of threw you off balance, which makes sense. I feel like she didn't expect any of that to come from the conversation she was having, because I feel like having that stable contract with Savage X Fenty does probably bring in more money than, what is the word? Promoting different products and going to different shows where people can see you. I feel like having a stable contract, that's stable money coming in, versus you don't know if the person who's promoting an event is really going to pay you, but Rihanna Savage X Fenty is going to pay you. I remember she was having some kind of issue with somebody about payment. Like, promoters will be janky sometimes. You have to sue somebody, and then that's more money coming out of your pocket. I feel like this is an unexpected change for her. Like I said, that 9, though, is showing she's in a more stable position right now. I feel like she's with Moneybag, so he's going to look out for her. She bought that man his own land. So I feel like they're going to look out for each other. This also can indicate that maybe you're going to be going through a busy period, or that you might travel a lot, because the 8 of so Eight of Spears, which is also the Wands, is like a movement card. Maybe you travel a lot more than you want to, or this may cause her to have to travel more than she wants to. I didn't think about it like that. Where before, when she has that, when you lose money, you do have to make up for that money. So I'm like, maybe that's what's going on, where, okay, now that she doesn't have that deal, she does need to do more like promotional things, which will cause her to have to travel more. That definitely makes sense to me. Sometimes it means you even made a quick business decision. I think she moved too quickly on that radio show or talk show she was on. She just kept going. I think maybe she needs some media training. That's something that you probably should know you shouldn't say. Like, you can still be yourself without saying certain things. You don't have to not be you, but you didn't have to say what you said, if that makes sense. She can still be herself, but, and maybe she feels like she just wants to get off of this ride. Sometimes this is, like I said, a going places card where you just feel like you're on this ride that you can't get off of. Like, I feel like that's maybe how she's feeling about this Rihanna situation, where she's on this ride that she can't get off of. It's this big unexpected change. It's affecting her finances. Maybe she moved too quickly doing this. It's going to cause her to become more and more busy. So I think, she probably does regret this decision, and maybe she is learning from this. Then the last card in her lineup with this Rihanna situation is the Fool card, which is very interesting. When that comes up, sometimes it means you're restless or bored or eager for something new, but this is not the right time to act. Kind of like keep your day job. You might want to consider the pros and cons of a situation before you move forward. So I feel like she feels like maybe she wanted to do something different, but maybe this wasn't the time to do that. Maybe she does have other business ventures that she's really interested in, but it's like, maybe you should, get more information and explore more possibilities when it comes to like a career. If it's like a money kind of thing, which I feel like it is, it's normally like an impulsive action could lead to your downfall. Like the Fool card is normally somebody jumping off of a cliff. If it's upright, that's normally a good thing. If it's in reverse, it's definitely a bad thing. And I feel like she's experienced that. She jumped off the cliff. And I think she actually realizes, like, it's something that maybe she shouldn't have said or done. Then on the back of the deck, we have the Sun card in reverse. So I'm getting the Sun card again in one of their readings. Again, Sun card in reverse. It's not 100% negative, but you got some unwanted attention. Like, both her and Rihanna are fully aware that she got some unwanted attention. And I think she realizes that this messed up her relationship with Rihanna. The basis behind all of this is she knows that, because obviously, no news isn't good news, or I probably say that wrong, but, you want clout. A lot of people want clout, but this is the clout that you don't want. You don't want to be in the spotlight for this particular situation, and I feel like it's showing that she is fully aware of that, and she kind of feels like a fool. Like, she jumped off the cliff. She was moving too fast. She made an impulsive decision, and it's affecting her. Like, it's definitely affecting her, and the way she moves in life, I feel like she is fully aware that it's affecting her movements. It's affecting the way she moves in life, and she's learning from it. In some way, shape, or form, she's learning from this situation. Whether she's posting it online or not, she is starting to comprehend that you can't always just say whatever you want to say to the internet, because it can eventually come back to haunt you and affect your finances. So, how is Rihanna and Nicki Minaj doing? They having like new music coming out together? How is Rihanna feeling about her and Nicki Minaj? How is their relationship? How is Rihanna and Nicki Minaj's relationship? I seen they were hanging out together a few months back, so I was curious. I hadn't seen them hanging out together again. So how is Rihanna and Nicki Minaj's relationship going right now? So I got Strength upright. Beside that, Nine of Pentacles upright. Besides that, Seven of Wands upright. Underneath Strength, the Knight of Pentacles upright. And next to that, the Page of Cups in reverse. And next to that, the Hangman in reverse. And the back of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune upright. So I got the Strength card first in that lineup. Again, it's a Strength card, so it means, you know, somebody is being strong. You listen to yourself, your inner strength. When it comes to like a friendship or a relationship, it kind of means that you're kind of more gentle with your partner. Like how the person is kind of touching the line. You're gentle with whoever this person is. And you and that person have formed a strong relationship with each other, which makes sense to me because they've known each other for a really long time. And, you know, Nicki had her around her baby. So I'm like, they must have a strong bond, a strong relationship. Like, the person in this card has a strong bond with that tiger. Nine of Pentacles upright. And when you see that in an upright position, it's like an abundance, the fruits of your labor. You feel comfortable, you know, you got everything you need. When you see it in a relationship, it's like a secure relationship, a comfortable relationship. You know, you and this person are happy with each other. Then also it could indicate a financially abundant relationship. Like, I feel like you put those two together and it would sell. Anything that they did together, I'm sure would sell. So that makes sense to me as well. All right, then I got this Seven of Swords upright. Normally it suggests there's a tricky situation going on, or, you know, you've got a plan and it might be risky. It could backfire on you. So I'm wondering, did they have a plan to maybe do some music together? And there was a possibility that it might have backfired on them, possibly because a lot of the stuff that Nicki Minaj has going on, or had going on, because I think she won one of the court cases with that Jennifer lady. So maybe they were worried that it might backfire on them to possibly do a project together, because it is saying that there's some kind of ability for financial abundance. Like, they get along, they trust in each other, but maybe they were worried about if they did a project together, it might backfire. Because it's definitely showing that they do, you know, they like each other, they get along, they know that they can make a lot of money together, but I think they were scared because the Swords card is a thinking card. Maybe they were overthinking the situation and they thought maybe if we put something out, it could backfire. But they definitely know that there's a potential for gain, and they definitely have a good bond. Okay. So underneath that Strength card, we have the Knight of Pentacles, which also suggests that they know that they can make money together for sure. It shows like stability, like they have a stable relationship. Then they know their relationship is secure. Normally this is like a loyal person. And they're aware of the financial gain that can come from their friendship or relationship. Then we got the Page of Cups in reverse. And that came up under the Nine of Pentacles, which is the fruits of your labor. And again, it's showing to me that there's a lot of love in their relationship, but they're just worried about working together. And whether or not it will turn out well, how people will perceive it. Some people have, like, the Pages and the Knights are more immature cards. Some people are more immature, so it suggests you be careful when you do a business venture together, like have a business partner in something. So I feel like it's just saying that they're just really cautious of putting out a project together, but they're fully aware of the financial gain that it serves them. But they just are worried about it. But again, a cup showed up. So there's love in their relationship. I'm getting the cards that's saying they have a bond together. So it's definitely they have a good friendship. But I think they're actually worried about putting a project out together. Then we have the Hangman in reverse, which normally is like you can't make a decision, make an unnecessary sacrifice. So I feel like that's letting me know, especially coming up underneath this Seven of Swords, that they're worried about nothing. Like they're making an unnecessary sacrifice. They don't know what to choose because they're concerned. I think they were really worried about putting out a project together just because all of the issues that Nicki has to deal with, and people always complaining about Rihanna not really putting out any new music. I think maybe it kind of threw them off a little bit, where they were like, how will this be perceived? Maybe they might want to put out their own projects first. Then last, before I lose my daylight, or the rest of it, is a Wheel of Fortune on the back of the deck. And also, it's positive. It makes me think this reading is positive. It's saying that eventually they will get to do what they want to do. Eventually they will put out some music. It's going to give them financial gain. It's pretty much saying look towards the future. Even though right now they're down here, they're going to be on top. Both of them. They're going to be fine. They're going to probably do some kind of project, or if anything, just spend time together. But it seems like with this coming up on the back of the deck for their relationship, that they've got a positive relationship, and whatever venture they want to go on, they will succeed. This card pretty much says that you can and will succeed in your venture. So I feel like that's a positive reading for both of them. So that's my tarot card reading on Rihanna, and how Rihanna and Nicki Minaj feel about each other. And I also did how Rihanna and Ari Fletcher feel about each other. I didn't go into detail about how Nicki feels about Rihanna, just because I ran out of daylight.